folks like when you're doing nothing for a while. Yeah. When they're giving speech. Oh wait, I want to see the. Yeah, how long is this gonna be? Roger McDonald again. Senior year again. You know what's funny?
Pomp and circumstance.
There's just musical performance. It doesn't say what it is.
No. I can't make my voice go that high. I might be able to do bass.
Oh, there's like nobody. Let's go. It's all on one page. It's all on one page.
I can't do that.
Can you believe that we're done with school? It doesn't feel like it. No, because there's still in this left. What? There's still what?
Does anybody have any extra bungee cords for Lena?
Still like
Yep, yeah, we have two.
I don't. It might be helpful. The edges of it keep flying out. Oh, thank you.
I have one.
Yeah, but I need to switch. I need to switch them out so I can do it more. Not in the middle of the song. In between songs. Oh, dope! I'm excited. Well, I do have 20 measures of rest to switch out one of them, so it's technically in the middle of the song, but. From the fanfare to the rest of the pomp and circumstance, but it's in the middle of a piece, so it's in 10 measures of 20. Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. Yep. Can't wait to sing.
Except for the freezing part. Except the freezing part. Yeah, it was hard to play. It was hard to play tremolo. Wait, no. On the banjo, I could not play the trills. Like I could not make my fingers. Our fingers were way too cold. My fingers were so cold I couldn't make it. It felt like Valentine's. I was like my fingers would not do it. Valentine's was surprised, but worse.
We're supposed to do a drill on this one.
No, Valentine's was worse.
Yeah, we're supposed to do a drill.
Well, this was just Valentine's and every month, every month. Like we were out for way longer at the end. I really don't want to almost get my fingers.
The coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. But he never went to McKinleyville.
Fun fact, this is probably a good 100 yards from when we did most of our Valentine's. We were parked in the parking lot here and no one came.
Oh my god,
We sat in the parking lot. We had to call one of our friends to get her to come here so that we could play for someone instead of sitting there.
Wait, what? Hello.
It happens not right by, like, behind our family house.
Oh my
We
god.
had one scheduled, and then nobody else.
Why is my mom watching this one?
Eventually we gave up and went to Murphy's to bus.
In case you forgot, I go to arcade.
Which worked well.
For a while we busted it, the first day we busted it, the
Hello,
gazebo
YouTube.
in the old time.
Oh yeah, I thought this was that. It was so much fun.
I'm gonna play you some epic tunes. Hope you enjoy.
The one time
In the
we had
meantime,
a cover over us. The one
enjoy
time
our side
when we
conversation.
were in Eureka, it was for deliveries, and one of them was to a mental hospital.
Oh, we went to a old
Carrying the arm orchestra.
old people home.
Numbers so few today, but that's okay.
Yeah, we went
Because
to.
we have
I remember it was like a.
Hey man, we just love to perform.
Like a closed
I just love coming out here, love performing, love the people really, and I just love the music and
And
yeah.
the driver that
Don't
took me
judge us
was
too
like
glad to be here.
insane.
It's pretty cool out here.
It was an
Our
ordeal.
are pretty out too. Can't tune them. My hands are freezing. I can't really move my hands in a rhythmic order, but that is okay.
Okay.
Hopefully it will be only about 5 more minutes before.
You just said 5 more minutes.
I know. Hello.
It doesn't matter the size of the school. The stands are always
Hello.
Oh, I got to play a serpent too.
Oh, really?
That was a reproduction. Because
Okay.
serpents don't last. They're made out of wood and leather, so they're gone. But it was really fun.
When I was teaching 6th grade, I got a grant, and I went to this website, and I got reproductions of Babylonian and Mesopotamian instruments.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
And
What?
Positively biblical,
Irving Berliner had this CD of Mesopotamian, and yeah, you've gone to his course?
No, but I know what
And he
you're
had
talking about, yeah.
Yeah, and so I had the kids, I made up a dance so that they could dance to this. Yeah, well, not quite. That was before that.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he had a
in the corner.
he also had an ophicleide there.
Playing on the oboe king.
And
Riley
it was
Ellison.
completely.
Nathan Swan on the cello.
I did not see them.
It's brand new. It's brand
Will
new.
they even hear us?
And I said,
on the violin.
how much for it? 8,000 euros.
Will they even hear
Or
us?
if it's
This was
Well, we have the speaker.
15 years ago.
master.
So way more than
Yeah, we have a
that.
speaker, but the speaker's more
That
Epic
shop here
violinist.
is just
Yep, that sounds good.
I got you, Tip. I'll sit here. Hey guys. Hi.
You got this, Ozzy.
Thank you.
No big deal.
Good evening to all the parents, friends, families, supporters, and to my fellow graduates. My name is Ozzy Burnell, and I am proud to welcome you to the graduation ceremony from McKinleyville High School's class of 2022. Before we get started, we would like to have some guests that I introduce. Roger McDonald, our district superintendent and former principal of McKinleyville High School. Our school board members, Teresa Gaujon, Natalie Giannini, Dana Silvernail, Cedric Aaron, and Aristea Salisbury. Our senior class advisors, Diana Howard and Tiffany Bowman. Our academic counselors, Ann Sahlberg and Casey Harmon. And all of our amazing teachers who have been here for us the past 4 years. A big thank you to our outstanding custodial and clerical staff for setting this all up today and being here for our school every day. I am pleased to be here tonight with all of you as we take the next steps into our futures. As we begin this ceremony, I encourage all of you to reflect on the last 12 years, whether it was spent as a student or supporting a student. Here's to the late nights, early morning, all the in-betweens, and all that's coming our way. Thank you.
Ayakui, Neknau Johnny Case, Nechek Misty, Nepsech John, Nekuchos Ivan, Nepichos Fred, Nepat Bernal Isaiah, Klamath Umacham, McKinleyville Ak. Hello, my name is Johnny Case. My mother's name is Misty. My father's name is John. My grandmother's name is Yvonne. My grandfather's name is Fred. My brother's names are Bernal and Isaiah. I come from Klamath. I live in McKinleyville. I shared with you a Yurok introduction on one of the most important things to learn in my culture. It's a way of showing respect by letting others know who you are and where you come from. As a fourth-year Yurok language student at McKinleyville High School and the first at the school to receive the Seal of Biliteracy in Yurok, I'm honored as a Yurok descendant to give the land acknowledgement for our 2022 graduation ceremony. McKinleyville High School acknowledges that the land of which McKinleyville High School sits is Wea ancestral land, and Humble is the unceded territory and traditional ancestral homeland of the indigenous nations, Hoopa, Karuk, Matol, Talawa, Wea, Yurok, and other original inhabitants of Humboldt County. We respect and share gratitude to indigenous communities as the original caretakers of this land that continues to be cherished and protected from one generation to the next, restoring balance between us and the environment. Waklau, thank you.
so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hey, they can't wait to hear what you got to say.
Thank you. That was on the mic. Alrighty. My name is Yuretsi Solano. I was the ASB president. Now I'm retiring, obviously. But here's my speech for y'all, you guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming today to celebrate the class of 2022. I know we are all ready to walk across the stage and get the diploma we've been anxiously waiting for. Meanwhile, our parents are on the verge of an emotional breakdown because they never thought the time would come so soon. Since we're all nervous, I would like everyone graduating today to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. In, out. Relax. Today is about celebrating us and the page that we are about to turn together. But before turning this new page, I want to spend some time flipping back through the chapters we created together during our time at McKinleyville High School as we tried to define who we were as the leading characters in our stories. Let's start back at page 1 in 2018 when we began our high school career. At freshman orientation, we began to write the first chapter of our high school journey. Our link leaders introduced us to the campus. They showed us Mrs. Howard's tech class, Mrs. Clancy's health class, the language classes with BVG and Madam Myers, English classes with Haken and LeBlanc, math classes with Barrett and Walston, and even a few of the science classes with Demlo, Canepa, and Hoffman. We were encouraged to choose our classes wisely and remember that our paths of interest will continue to change as we grow into who we want to be. Because freshman year, we didn't know much about ourselves. We came into high school with a vision of who we thought we wanted to be. Some of us wanted to be star of the football team, ASB president, comedian of the school, Ozia, and some of us just wanted to discover ourselves with no intention of adhering to a stereotype. We chose what clubs and classes activities we wanted to join that year, and we made plenty of new friends. And then we started the next chapter, sophomore year. We had the chance to connect with more people. We gained confidence and finally started to feel more at home in these halls and within ourselves. But we had to put that all on hold for just a smidge as the biggest plot twist would soon unfold. The pandemic hit near the end of that school year and everything went online. Friendships, relationships, it all changed. Heck, the whole universe changed. Junior year, we were on Zoom for the most part. When we were given the opportunity to return to campus, some students hesitated due to the uncertainty of whether or not it would still feel like home. But even with being on Zoom, we were given the chance to prepare for scholarships in college under the guidance of Solberg and Harmon. They kept us feeling hopeful for the future and turned the next page with us, which brought us to the new chapter senior year, where we finally returned back on campus, whether we were ready to or not. We finally got to sit in the stands or cheer on the sidelines and watch the football team battle it out on the field, compete in rally competitions against one another, participate in homecoming candidacy, and overall, we got the chance to just be teenagers again. It almost felt like deja vu of freshman year, getting to relive all of those firsts. And now our high school experience is coming to a close. The book went by much faster than any of us expected. I encourage the next generations to write each chapter carefully, take high school one step at a time, and do not skim through the pages. Even with all of the twists and turns from the last 4 years, we are here, with the stadium full of friends and family watching us say goodbye to McKinleyville High School. All the times we shared with one another will just be memories as we move forward with our lives. But that's okay. Memories are good. They encourage us to take ourselves back in time in order to tell stories to the future generations. Memories allow us to reminisce and remember how we discovered more about each other and ourselves since we first walked through the McKinleyville High School doors. Whether you ended up becoming the football star, the president of a club or class, the comedian, or if you entered high school not knowing who you wanted to be, hopefully you are walking across the stage today with a more confident and secure idea of who you are now and who you will be in the future. So, let's take all of these lessons learned with us as we embark on the next chapter of our adult lives. Today, we close the book we've been writing together for the last 4 years and set off to start new chapters as we chase after our dreams. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natasha. I'd like to preface everything by declaring the obvious. Chickens are simply the superior domesticated bird. Now, with that out of the way, let us begin. Like most of my fellow peers, I'm sure, entering high school was terrifying. A new environment full of new people, and then little old me, maybe not quite freshly hatched, but at least still struggling to find the food dish. Back then, within the moments where I stared aimlessly into space, the caring hands of the strange beings from above came to guide me in the right directions. Whether the personal, handwritten notes containing promises of safety and acceptance, or seeing staff advocacy firsthand through well-composed lessons, it was clear to me within the first couple of weeks just how special this place is, how special the people are, and above all, just how impactful that is on the student body. I can't help but be grateful. We are a tight-knit community. That unique aspect allows us to be so much more personable and pleasant to one another as we pursue our goals of improvement in education. It took a while to find my heat lamp, but I did. I found a comfortable place and people to nest with. Perhaps it took longer than optimal, but it worked out in the end. Then everything came to a standstill. It turned out that yes, the sky was falling, and no, it wasn't a big deal over nothing. The squawking of panic was warranted, and we were right to run and hide in our coops. And here I was, just starting to get my flight feathers. The pandemic hit every single one of us hard. We lost 1.5 years of critical high school experiences, which we'll never get back. And the sad reality is that it'll affect us for years to come. We've already felt the gaps in education due to the modifications in the curriculum that we had to adapt to in order to keep everyone safe. I blame COVID single-handedly for delaying my realization of interest in my involvement in drama. Yet through it all, we persevered. Sure, it's not quite over yet, but we've demonstrated our ability to power through anything. Hell, if we've got through this, we can get through whatever life throws at us. You know, I am tempted to challenge the world to try throwing something like that at us again, but with how the past few years have been with constant major world events, I'm not quite sure I want to taunt it further. The sky falling was an awkward time for me, but in hindsight, it might have been beneficial. You know that time, that weird stage of losing the fluff, the shrieking calls when the chick's cheeping isn't quite a squawk yet. Normally they would notice. The older hens would shun you from the flock until you look enough like them that they forget how you were before. But this time, none were the wiser. Now, you might be wondering, did I just make a puberty allegory? Didn't that already happen quite a few years ago? Well, yes, and yes. All I can say is it's definitely easier the second time around. That's for certain. And when the cameras are off whilst attending class at home, you're less likely to make a fool of yourself clipping corners and still getting used to new proportions. And you just heard my voice crack there, because it's still happening. I emerged fully feathered and far more eloquent than ever before. I found a new flock, one that I'll always hold dear and that I can thank for far more than simple platitudes can convey. This is just my story. Perhaps it won't apply to all, but frankly, I believe that everyone went through some sort of metamorphosis in that year and a half. And from what I've seen, most of us came out with a new sort of enlightenment or life perspectives. Don't get me wrong, COVID can kiss my worn-out pair of poop-covered Crocs. It was objectively terrible for every common person. But again, we refuse to let it stop us. The last 4 years have been more eventful than I ever expected, with far more world-shaping events than I ever wanted to experience in my lifetime. We shouldn't dwell on the past, but we can't allow ourselves to forget it either. Its influence will remain regardless of our opinions of it. The best we can do is use what we've learned from our experiences, our failures, what went right and what went wrong, in order to better ourselves and our environment. The school and this community are fantastic, unique. We are better prepared to deal with whatever life throws at us now than we ever were a few years ago. But we're not perfect. Plumage will age and become redundant. Sometimes we must molt. Be an advocate. Change and improve the systems that are broken. Build new ones where they're missing to support those who need it, to ensure our community is equitable. And above all, don't be afraid to frill up and ruffle some feathers where needed. Now, it's time for us to fly the coop. I'll see y'all on the other side of the road.
Jaden fan club is real over here with us.
I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Well, the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? And can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, and children get older, and I'm getting older too. I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, and children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Oh, I take my love and I take it down. Oh, I climbed a mountain and I turned around. And if you've seen my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide brought me down. And if you've seen my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide'll bring it down. Oh, the landslide'll bring it down.
It's your
All right, I found my page. William Shakespeare once penned, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one person in their time plays many parts." I think old Willie Shakes was onto something there. 4 years ago, we entered this high school experience, and today, we make our exit. Throughout these past 4 years, we've created a character that we call ourselves, and we are about to choose the part that that character plays on the stage of the world. So, if the stage and life are intertwined in this way, could it be possible to use the rules of improv to reflect on life? If you think about it, we improvise every day. So here are 4 rules of theater that can be applied to life. The first is be in the moment. In order to create our future, we must be in the moment. With presence of mind, we can respond to anything that crosses our path with confidence. And these responses to the unknown define the shape of our past and our future. Both are created from a series of moments. And this moment, right now, is all that matters, because that is all we are ever given. The second rule is acceptance. We are often faced with decisions and realities that are difficult to accept. In theater, we learn to accept these realities, and we seek to add on to and respond to them. The same is true in life. When we try to deny possibilities or realities that are presented to us, we prevent ourselves from being in the moment. When we're disconnected from the moment, we succumb to fear and doubt. Through acceptance, we free ourselves from that fear and doubt, and we open ourselves to possibilities we could not have imagined. The third rule is commitment. Commitment is the essence of all other improv rules and skills in life. When we fully commit to the task at hand, we bring the best of ourselves to every situation we find ourselves faced with. It is an integral part of life, for without commitment, what do we have? As Salvador Dali said, no masterpiece was ever created by a lazy artist. The final rule is listening. We can only respond to our peers when we listen to them. Just as an actor cannot progress without listening to the other actors, an individual cannot progress without listening to their peers. We are greater people when we carry the gifts we've been given into the future so that we can pass those gifts on to others. The world may be very different now than when Shakespeare penned those words. However, his sentiment still holds true. We are all players on a grand stage, and as players, we exist to serve each other and the world that we create for ourselves. We serve the world by listening to the wisdom of others, accepting the possibilities presented to us, committing ourselves to our goals, and being present to create the future. As we continue on our journey into the unknown, I urge you to remember some of these rules so that you can find your role on the stage of the world. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. I'm sure we're itching to get the show on the road, so I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Sandell, and I'd like to thank you all for joining us in celebrating the graduation of the class of 2022. I am beyond excited to finally be here today, celebrating our high school journey. This group of graduates have traveled over some of the tallest mountains and through some of the muddiest waters to get to where we stand today. But through the ups and downs, we've arrived at the day we've been anticipating since our freshman year. Here we are. We made it. But not without the help of some very important people in our lives. To our teachers, administrators, and staff members at McKinleyville High School, you are all superheroes. You have faced the most incredible obstacles of us all. You worked tirelessly to make our online school days manageable while figuring out how to give us the most normal high school experience possible, which was most definitely not an easy feat, all things considered. You adapted quickly to the insanity of online school while giving us the academic and emotional support we needed to get through the nearly unmanageable times of COVID. You fostered a supportive and encouraging environment and guided us through 4 of the most delicate years of our lives while we figured out who we are and how we want to impact our world. From the very bottoms of our hearts, thank you. We could not have done this without you all. Now, this is where you guys come in. Everyone, please stand and give a huge round of applause to the teachers and staff members that got us here today. Okay, to the people sitting in front of me, all of our family, friends, mothers, and others, you have been our pillars of strength throughout our high school years. Not only have you supported us through our highs, lows, and everything in between, but you did so while juggling your own struggles and everyday obstacles. Even on your darkest days, you dragged us out of bed, put food on our plates, and encouraged us through all of our daily endeavors and busy schedules. And you did so all while managing to show us unconditional love and support. We couldn't have made it here without you. And of course, to my mom, dad, brother, and stepdad, I'd like to personally thank you for lifting me up from my lowest and loving me back to life. There is no greater gift I have been given on this earth than you. Now, graduates and staff, this is where you all come in. I'd like you to please stand up and give another huge round of applause to the family and friends who carried us throughout these past 4 years. And finally, to my fellow graduating seniors. The people sitting on either side of me are some of the most courageous, compassionate, and fearless people I know. The last 4 years were filled with fear, doubt, and days where it felt like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. In the midst of managing hardships, which we have no doubt had our fair share of, it's easy to fall susceptible to getting tangled in a web of self-doubt and pessimism. Facing adversity makes it incredibly difficult to keep moving forward. But the people I stand with today have found that light that so many of us forgot was there. We persisted through the times that forced us to build our characters and strengthen our willingness to just keep going. The hardships only proved to us how tenacious, strong-willed, and unstoppable we are. So here we are, ready to graduate and begin composing the next chapter of our lives. There are not enough words to express how proud and grateful I am to be a part of this inspiring group of graduates receiving our diplomas today. So, if you are here to celebrate a graduating senior, I'd like you to stand and give them a roaring congratulations for reaching the end of this roller coaster of a journey we call high school. Again, it's been extremely significant for us seniors to have had such incredible people in our lives guiding us throughout this journey. To the people who have taken on such incredible roles in guiding us to this amazing achievement, we are forever grateful for you. Family and friends, we celebrate your abilities and having the strength and heart to support us and love us until the very end. Teachers and administrators, we congratulate you on all of your hard work and dedication in pushing us to be the best possible humans we can be. And to the class of 2022, you all inspire me each and every day. I will always cherish our friendships and memories and keep them as reminders of how incredibly lucky I am to have been a part of this Panther family. And of course, to my little Chaw Nation family, I love you guys forever and always. Thank you, seniors, and congratulations on finally making it to the end of this road. May the future bring you nothing but abundance and fulfillment.
Hello, everybody. Students, thank you so much for the powerful speeches and performances. You set the bar high for the rest of us who have to talk today. Throughout these past 4 years, I've been so impressed with our student resilience and perseverance, and I wish we had the time to recognize each and every one of them for what they have accomplished. As you have seen in our programs, many of our students walking across the stage today have cords and medals signifying awards and honors that they have earned. Honors such as the Seal of Biliteracy, where our students demonstrated proficiency in speaking, reading, and writing in one or more languages in addition to English. Or our CTE completers, and many more. I would like to take a moment and ask that our students who have a gold tassel and a gold cord to stand up for a moment to be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, these students have earned this cord by being in the top 10% of their class based upon their grade point average. Let's give them a big round of applause for their hard work and achievement. Natasha and Catherine, will you please join me up on the stage? Oh, that's loud in the mic. Completing high school is not an easy task, and to do it while taking the most rigorous courses and while maintaining the highest grades is even more amazing. And that is why it is my honor to present to you all with a grade point average of 4.54, the salutatorian of the 2022 graduating class, Catherine Tinney. This is always the hardest part.
Getting it over the top.
Let's do it. You got it. Try not to.
Got it? Thank you, caller.
And with a grade point average of 4.558, our 2022 valedictorian, Natasha Glass. Congratulations, kiddo. All right, I'm trying the same thing. All right. Watch the medal on your face. There you go. All right, congratulations, you too. Yep, you're good to go. I promise I won't give any updates on the Warriors-Celtics game. All right. Now to the graduating class of 2022. Good evening, Panthers. I am so honored to be here with you all on this special day. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, the speeches today were incredible. What many of you may not know is that I get a sneak peek of what the students are going to say each year. Well, that is a privilege to have that preview. When it comes to writing my own speech and thinking about what I can offer, I have to admit, I'm often, and in the case of this year, very intimidated. After all, how could I compare to Yari's description of your journey that brings you to this moment right now? How could I be as witty as Natasha in sharing how our experience these past 4 years have changed us all? I don't have better advice to give than Garrett, and I can't match the gratitude Tara reminded us to give. I can't even sing Fleetwood Mac as well as Jaden. So what can I offer in this last time together? I reflected on all that we have been through together, and the word adversity came to me. Not to focus on the fact that we have all individually and collectively faced adversity, though we have faced it, but instead to remind you that not only did you face it, you came out the other side victorious. How do I know this? You were here, and set to walk across this stage in a few moments as a symbol of that victory and of your accomplishments. American author Sean Anker states that the most successful people see adversity not as a stumbling block, but as a stepping stone to greatness. You should consider this moment today not just a stepping stone you have made it through now to a launching point. And I wish I could stand here and tell you that beyond high school lies smooth sailing, that there are no more bumps in the road. But I care about you all too much to not tell you the truth. You will all face bumps and barriers and setbacks. And I, the staff of Mac High, and your family and friends who are here today recognize that you all have the tools, the drive, and the experience to not let any of those stumbling blocks get in the way of your success. I want to make sure that you recognize it too. And if you ever forget, remember this moment right here and right now. And if you ever need a reminder from someone else about how awesome and loved you are, you can all call me. I am so proud and honored to have connected with you all these past 4 years, and I can't wait to see what happens next and what greatness the graduating class of 2022 can go on to accomplish. Mr. McDonald and members of the board, I am pleased to present to you the members of that McKinleyville High School class of 2022. They have met all the requirements for graduation set forth by the state of California and the Northern Humboldt Union High School District. The McKinleyville High staff has done an outstanding job mentoring and challenging them, and I know that these graduates will make you proud.
I'll try that again. There we go. So, unlike Mr. Collard, I didn't have the opportunity to read the speeches beforehand, and so I just got to listen to them cold. I don't know about you, but I've been to a lot of high school graduations, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. Some of you, because from my first year here 10 years ago as principal, you were there then, and you're still back here again. It's good to see you. So, but when I've gone to and also prior, when I go to high school graduations, a lot of times when I hear the students speak, they're like cracking jokes, they're trying to be funny, they're telling stories about the silly things they did, and no one's paying attention. Well, tonight, you had students talking about inclusion, about community, about resilience, about kindness, about optimism, about the future, and their peers were listening, and it was awesome. So I just want to thank, I appreciate that a lot, very, very much. Thank you for that. Yeah, for them. I also feel, it's funny, when I look out, just a fun fact, there's about half the graduates here as there were earlier at Arcata, and there's nearly as many people here. This community of McKinleyville is special, and you always come out for the school. When I was principal here, I noticed it immediately, and I see it now in my current role. You are here for the kids. You are here for the staff. And maybe even when you don't always agree with us, and you let us know, you still come back, and you're still here for the kids and the staff. And we couldn't have gotten through the last, 3 years without you. So thank you for all that support, and thank you for all that you did to raise such wonderful children that are such a great credit to our school and our district. And the faculty and the staff here, it's the same story. They're committed to your students, they're creative, and they went through a lot. And I'm really happy that they're going to have an opportunity to go home and recharge over the summer because you, faculty and staff, admin, took on roles that you weren't trained for and you didn't expect to have to do. And you handled it with grace. And again, you got the kids across the finish line. But we wouldn't have gotten across the finish line if our students didn't come back to school with such enthusiasm and such desire to get back to some semblance of normal. When we brought students back to school, not this year, but last year, everybody was really nervous. They were like, oh, is this gonna work? Is it gonna be okay? Your children, you students, graduates, you came back and you showed us it was gonna be okay. It was your enthusiasm, it was your respect, it was your gratitude that really helped lift us up so that we can get you here. So thank you for that. And to my colleagues, Board of Trustees, I just wanna let you know that these students here, McKinleyville High School graduates, have met, as Nick said, all the requirements, the state of California and the Northern Humboldt Union High School District. And I'm really proud of them. And I present to you these exceptional candidates. So Ms. Grosjean, this is the class of 2022.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to you all. It's always an honor to stand on this stage on behalf of the Board of Trustees to acknowledge the accomplishments of our students, the support and love of their families and community, and share in the pride we all feel watching these young adults march toward the next chapter in their life. This year is particularly special as I have known many of these students since they began their journey to this stage. And what a journey it's been. The class of 22 has been asked to adapt to change more so than almost any class before them. During their 5th grade year, many of these students saw their elementary school district reconfigure, forcing them to change schools, see their teachers moved around, and their social landscape remade. Their high school years have also been unique in that not one single year of their 4 years at Mac High has resembled the one before it, thanks to the global pandemic. Despite it all, they persevered, finding new ways to express themselves, celebrate milestones, come together to support each other and their community, and achieve their goals. No doubt, the amount of resiliency this class has shown is only overshadowed by the amount of talent, intelligence, creativity, and fortitude we have seen them display. I have no doubt that the members of the class of 2022 will one day lead this country, teach our students, create art and music that defines their generation, rebuild America's infrastructure, and start the businesses that will continue to make their communities thrive. So on behalf of the entire Northern Humboldt Union High School District Board of Trustees, it's my tremendous honor to formally certify that all graduates here have met the requirements set forth by the state of California and accept them as the McKinleyville High School graduating class of 2022. Congratulations and best of luck to you all.
Who's goes first? Matt, Schruber? Yeah. Are we ready? Now?
That was enthusiastic. You were ready? If you want Pilar go first.
Hold on.
I'm ready.
You're going to hold on to this.
Ready?
Hold on to that. Am I first? Pilar Duarte.
Lily Struba.
Jason Rodriguez Jr.
Kat M. Cornish.
Connor Dale Alto.
Jelena Marie Thomas.
Brody Philip Sargent.
Adriana S. Ray.
Austin B. Alves.
Sydney Rose Sanders.
Madison Faye Rustin.
Karina Pearl Teesfeld.
Cody L. Lackey.
Elias Rogers.
Mitchell R. Lyle.
Aaron E. Mueller.
Caesar E. Valencia.
Mason R. Thompson.
Nina Hamish.
Gabriella Gerard.
Yaretsi Solano.
Kyla Grace Cortez.
Aubrey R. Ryder.
Garrett E. Rensink.
Ozia A. Brunel.
Trinity M. Martinez.
Connor H. Berg.
Aren't they awesome?
Tara Jane Sandell.
Jaden C. Daniels.
Liberty Rose Zerling.
Cicely N. Jones.
Catherine Elizabeth Tinney.
Jaya A. Thomas.
Angela Royce Schumard.
Johnny C. Case.
Tyler Ryan Alarcon.
Owen Keith Hom.
Natasha McConney Glass.
Alyssa Michaela Veeding.
Jimo Nickwich James Kibbe Jr.
Jimo, you lost $1, sweetie.
Simon M. Holverson.
Lilac Suleika Estevez Ramirez.
Athena Ricky.
Mackenzie Brianne Henson.
Eleanor Shelton.
Emma Danielle Lloyd.
Kyla Rose Rojas.
Naomi Malesio Estrada.
Noelle Winter Harrison.
Tatsuki Kato.
Dante W. Lamberson.
Naomi Abigail Garcia.
Shiloh May Lara.
Laquan Thompson.
Megan Elizabeth Ireland.
Sarah Klein Kuna.
Cody High Note.
Shane Joshua Tilley.
Allie Egbert.
Wyatt James Cummings.
Ashlyn Redner.
David Matthew Goucher.
Zachary N. Martin.
Ethan Fisher.
Skylar Allen Olson.
Hannah Jacobs.
Nicholas R. Ford.
Fiona Trinity Laree Weeks Cooper.
Jacob James Gregg.
Zaire Risen Decalagia Free.
Nikiah J. Scott.
Bria Ferreira.
Christiana K. Ellebrecht.
Raina Osborne.
Naomi L. Franklin Donahue.
Haley Howell.
Alexandra P. Martino.
Alyssa Ann Citro.
Maya P. Cook.
Brianna Vonne Buckley.
Tanisha A. Ratzloff.
Lane Scott Bolton.
Carson Dean Parker.
Jacob Miles Wirtz.
Quinn Elliott McKay.
Jaden Clifford Joyce.
Kai Woolley.
Braden Shea Craven.
Kieran B. Calvin Furby.
Tice Michael Maciel.
Jace R. Larkins.
Rocco Danger Previde.
Isaac James Lean.
Roxy Quinn Sexton.
Charles Theodore Campbell.
Jonathan R. Kilgore.
Cody S. Reinschmidt.
Ian Michael Ferguson.
Austin Nicholas Brown.
Jaden A. Roca.
Logan Stanley Mayer.
Jasmine A. Zinzelmeyer.
Kenneth Charles Hodges, Jr.
Arizbeth Garcia Garcia.
Adriel L. Bennett.
Senya Uri Sanchez Madriz.
B. X. Kraft.
Tierra Manfreda.
Lacey J. McGahee.
Jaden, if I was more talented, this is when I would start singing, but I don't have it in me. Huh? While we're waiting, do we want to give him one more big round of applause? All right, seniors, it is now that time. Please stand. Move those tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2022. Folks, thank you so much for coming out and for supporting us. Wish you all a wonderful summer.
Enjoy.